So you've been thinking about starting a business or monetizing your skills as a creative, but you've been filled with so much fear and dread to take the leap. In this video, I'm going to be sharing practical steps that helped me overcome my fear and start my dream business. Maybe I can call you friend or lover. Hi everyone, my name is Dise. Welcome back to my channel. On this channel, we talk about creativity, lifestyle, and entrepreneurship. I'm super passionate about helping creative people find balance, grow their businesses, and thrive all together. So make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're interested in content like this, and let's get right into the video. First of all, I have a principle that everything needs to be written down. Whatever it is I'm doing, whatever it is I'm thinking, it needs to be written down, because there's no point allowing your thoughts and your ideas just sitting in your head and really just making it a crowded space, because you need space for more. So it's great that you have some kind of record about what you want to do, how you want this idea to flow. Spend some time, sit down and write out whatever business idea that you have, whatever skills you have that you want to grow, you want to scale, you want to learn more about it, whatever process that you think you need to take to get to the next step, whatever business idea you have that you want to bring into fruition, you want to give life into, you want to see it take shape, you need to write it down. Doing this, it kind of makes it feel more practical. It doesn't make you feel like some intangible thing that you don't even know what it's about. It doesn't feel so far-fetched, because you can actually see it, you can visualize it, you can say that this thing that I'm planning to do, I can actually do this. And then after you write it down, the next thing you need to do is that you need to write down all of your fears. It's such a practical process to overcoming fear. There's no like magic wand that you just wave and everything just goes away. We need to be so intentional about overcoming our fear and taking the next steps for ourselves, for our careers, for our business, for our personal growth. So you need to write down all of your fears. So your fears can be, what if I start this business and it fails? You need to write it down. What if I start this business and people laugh at me? What if I start this business and it doesn't go the way that I want it to go? All of these fears, everything that you can think about from the top of your head, from the top of your mind, you need to write it down. What if I start this business and I don't even know how to promote it? I don't even know how to market my business. The good thing is that I'm here for you, and I'm constantly posting videos about how to grow your business, how to scale, how to market, and I even have a content idea workbook, a 50 content idea workbook that you can grab. It's completely free. If your worry or your fear is that, how do I create content for this business that I've started, or how do I market this business that I've started, then you can definitely grab that workbook. It is in the description box, so you can just check there for the link and download. It's absolutely free. After writing your fears, now this is where the work begins. You need to write down a counter for every fear that you have written. A counter that is practical. You see, the way that our mind works is that we are just constantly running. We're just thinking, oh my God, this will happen. If this doesn't happen, then the world has ended. But when you actually attack those thoughts and attack those fears with things that are practical, with facts, attack it with facts. What if I start this business and I fail? And your counter can be, what if I start this business and actually succeed? What if I start this business and I don't know what I even want to do next, or I don't know how to even make progress? But your counter can be, what if I start this business and it helps me to increase my capacity, it helps me to learn more, it helps me to expand my knowledge? When I decided to start my ready-to-wear brand, emilyssweetsilk, it was an idea really born out of passions. The goal was to make clothes that women that are minimal, women that are sophisticated and elegant will wear. Because there was always a constant problem of, when we want to buy clothes, let's say my friends and I, we can't find things that we want to wear that are not giving body, and well, we are not body. So it was always a problem with finding things that we could wear to like birthdays and brunches and just spend time and look good, and things that we will be able to wear again. So it was an idea for me that was born out of passion. But I didn't even know one thing about starting a fashion brand or a ready-to-wear brand. For a long time, I was living in fear about, how do I even want to make this possible? Like, I don't have certain skills to get me there. But being able to identify that this is my goal, this is the plan that I have for this business, And you know what? Whatever fear that I'm experiencing now, it is something that I'm going to overcome. But if I wasn't able to identify the fears that I was having, then there'll be a problem. So like your fear could be, how do I create content? There's the content workbook, there's videos online. So it's just a constant process of being able to identify the fears and being able to tackle them with practical steps. The next point is that you need to give yourself goals. You need to give yourself action points, because knowing what you want to do, constantly being in your head and not having a timeline or a goal to achieve those things, it doesn't help you do anything. It gets you nowhere. So you need to take those ideas that you have and break them down into like smaller goals and smaller steps. Okay, before I need to do this, I need to do this. So let me give an example with my ready-to-wear brand. Before I drop a collection or before I put out designs to say, people, these things are available, there needs to be a sampling process. So I can have a goal that I need to finish sampling, I need to finish like sourcing fabrics, I need to decide on what my collection would be by this time. You know, all of that gradually helps you to put in place the work. So it's not a case of like you're just sitting down and just wishing that, oh, I want to start a business, I want to monetize my skills, or I'm so good at editing videos, but I don't even know how to get people to patronize me. But you need to think about the steps. I'm good at editing videos. And the next step is, how do I market that business? How do I let people know that I'm good at editing videos? So it's now a case of you're setting goals. In the first week, I'm going to create content that is around this. In the next week, I'm going to create a funnel system that generates leads for me so that I can follow up with people and build up on my warm audiences. That is a goal. And then you know the timeline. So say in 3 months or in 6 months, after putting out consistent content to show that, oh, maybe I'm an industry leader, I do this, I'm great at this, I can generate enough leads and be able to convert them into clients. So that is a goal. But it starts by being sure what you want, now breaking it down into different steps to be able to achieve your goal for your business or your brand. The next thing I want to talk about is that you need to reduce your consumption of things that would make you feel less than. There's very great sides to social media, which is evident, like promote your business, grow, learn a lot. But there's the negative sides of social media that start making you feel like you're missing out. And in as much as sometimes you want to get inspiration from somebody or from a brand, it can get to a point where you start to question yourself, like, can I actually do this thing? Like, oh my God, these people have gone so far. These are my competitors. When would I ever get there? You know, just being like online so much and consuming content that makes you feel like what you're doing doesn't make sense, or maybe your dreams are not realistic, or the world or the sky is not big enough. But the reality is that it is. Your ideas are unique, even if you're coming into a space that is saturated, but your ideas are unique to you and you will definitely find your tribe. So constantly consuming content that makes you feel like I'm not worth it, or people are doing so much, I'm not doing enough, I can never get this done, that is only to your detriment. If social media is that place for you, maybe it's Instagram, maybe it's TikTok, that instead of you to get inspiration, you're just constantly feeling worried. You need to take some time off those platforms. You need to take some time for yourself to develop your ideas within. You know, sometimes it's like information overload. You see somebody doing this thing and you're like, this thing looks nice, so I think I can do it too. But then you need to take a step back and identify, like, what do I really want? What is important to me? Instead of going with what somebody wants because I can see that they are thriving in that space, I need to identify what is the thing that I want to build exactly. So taking time off social media, taking time off platforms and spaces that don't allow your creativity to thrive, doesn't allow you as a person, doesn't impact your mental health, is very important when you're starting. Your business is your baby. It is your child. You need to nurture it. You need to nurture your mind to just be in a constant positive. So just removing any kind of fear, any kind of self-doubt, any place or any platform, anything that would make you think less of yourself is very, very important. My next point is that you need to do the work. You just have to get going. You just have to do it. Do it afraid. That's a popular quote that people like to say. do it afraid, do it scared. And honestly, what's the worst that could happen? I think that the worst case scenarios are always in our head. The worst case scenarios are always in our head. I hope you've heard me. It's just in your head. The worst thing is it doesn't work out. And what happens next? You try again. You learn. You iterate. You say, oh, this didn't work out this way, but I've done it and I'm happy to be able to do it. You know what? Let's move on to the next thing. Honestly, failure is not even a bad thing. It's such a great thing because it allows you to learn. It allows you to grow. It allows you to know what will work and what will not work. Because for your business, if you're just starting out, you need to learn to see that, oh, this process doesn't work. Replying to customers this way doesn't work. Doing a finishing like this doesn't work. Printing this thing this way doesn't work. So what's the alternative to getting it done? And my final point is that you need to pray. You need to pray like never ever before. Just commit every single thing you want to do to God. Pray about your business, pray about your ideas. God wants you to talk to him. So just constantly do that. Constantly talk about your ideas. Constantly tell him about your worries, the things that are on your mind, the things that you're not able to achieve. Honestly, this is just a game changer. Talk to God. For our print store, Teesandessentials, we're launching a prayer jar. It's called Tefillah Jar. So Tefillah is prayer in Hebrew. So this is going to contain 40 plus, almost 50 cards, 50 prayer cards. If you are struggling with praying, if you don't know what to pray, sometimes I wake up in the morning and I know that I want to pray, but I don't even know where to start. And I found that this was something that I needed and I just wanted so dearly. There's a prayer point, right? You can just pick it up, you can pray on it, you can look at the scripture, go back and reference, and it just helps you with your prayer life. So this is an example of what the card looks like. So the back has different graphics. There's love, family. So that is what the cards would cover. So it would cover personal growth, it would cover family time, personal development, bring about your business. So this particular one says, Lord, grant me wisdom and discernment in making decisions that honor you. You can definitely grab these prayer cards. The link is going to be in the description of this video. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you're looking for more tips or more content on how to grow your business, how to start your business, skills that you need as a creative entrepreneur, you can definitely check out my next video, which talks about practical skills you need to grow your business as a creative entrepreneur. I'm going to see you guys soon.